Hello and welcome to another alternative build video. It's been a while. Today we're looking at this set here, the Inquisitor's Transport Scythe, which is just a fantastic set. If you've not bought it, I'd highly recommend it. The way that the set goes together, the techniques used, particularly on these sections here, but also just some of the way the back all connects up together, it's really impressive. So I looked at that and I thought that, and I was like, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to destroy the set to make something most likely far worse out of it. Because that's the smart thing to do. Yes, I was looking at this set and I was wondering what I could turn it into. And then it hit me. There's a lot of black wedge plates in this with nice angles on them. I wondered if I could turn this ship into Fortress Inquisitorious from the show. It's mainly seen in episode 4. It's the base that Obi-Wan sneaks around, but it is seen throughout the show and also seen in Jedi Fallen Order. So looking mainly at this picture as a reference image, I thought, let's destroy the set into its bare pieces and then put it back together again as the fortress and see how good of a job I can do. So let's break it down and do that, shall we? And here is what all the parts look like when they're all laid out together. You can see a lot of black, hence why I'm doing the fortress. A little bit of light bluish grey, a bit more of dark bluish grey, and then a couple of other colours which will all be used for filler. You can see I've got the minifigures here, and then the different stickered or printed pieces which I should find some interesting uses for. Let's build it! So yes, here it is, my Fortress Inquisitorious from the Obi-Wan show. I think overall it does not look too bad. It generally does capture the shape and how you've got the bottom level, the slight indent, and then the top level. It sounds silly to say, but obviously this is nowhere near minifigure scale. I'm kind of going on like more of a playset scale, similar to a Vader's castle type thing, although this is much smaller than even that. You can see I did have quite a lot of pieces left over here. A lot of Technic, a lot of colours that don't really fit into the scheme. But yeah, overall, I think I did get through, I think, most of the pieces here. Especially most of the black ones, because that's what I needed a lot of to achieve the look. But yeah, let's give you a quick detailed view of the outside, and then we can go into the interior. The main struggle of this mock was, or this alternative build even, was by far the corners and the angles and trying to get it to look right. It's not perfect. There's gaps. This gap's quite close, but you can see up here I've tried to fill it in the best using like these rails behind there. So like certain angles you can't really see the gaps, but then other angles they are quite clearly there. But yeah, I think I did do my best overall to try and cover them up. That was definitely what I spent the most time doing. I think this is version like 5 or 6.0, especially of the top part. I've tried to get those angles to look correct. You can see on this bottom layer here, we've got a lot of the larger modified tile pieces, as well as a couple of these gunmetal silver ingot pieces, just to give it a little bit of more interest and detail. I've got some, the floor looks consistent at the very bottom, and yeah, I'm quite happy with how it looks. You can see I've got that dark bluish grey, which don't look at these gaps. You see I've got that dark bluish grey strip going around the middle, just to give it a little bit of a colour break, and which I think it is supposed to have. I think this is meant to be largely empty, because this is where all the ships fly into. Obviously, I can't quite fit a ship in there, but I did my best. Moving around, you can see similarly designed up there. Up this side, I'm using a lot more tiles and just doubling up wedge plates to give it that nice sleek look. Same way with these kind of indent pieces. They're actually connected see, by a mixel joint here. That's the only way they're held in, is by that mixel joint connection. So that's why these things keep falling off and falling out. A bit more detail, you can see me in the reflection because the pieces are all new and shiny. But you can see I've got a bit of detail going down the front there, just to give it a little bit more interest on the front. But yeah, overall I'm quite happy with how this looks. But what's any good playset building without its interior? So I'm going to take this off, because it does split into 2 sections, basically just under this grey bit here. And I've got 2 nice rooms to show you, packed full of amazing detail. So let's go have a look at that. Okay, so the first room we've got here is kind of like, I guess technically the room should be the opposite side that way around, but this just fit better for what I was trying to do. So you can see this is meant to basically represent the chambers that Obi-Wan finds in the show. I've put the Inquisitor in one of these, not because he was technically in that scene, but I guess he had to be in some kind of back to chamber at this point in the show. So he is kind of hiding back there, and also I had to find some kind of use for that big windscreen. I've also taken some extra lightsaber blades and spring-loaded shooters just to give it a little bit more colour and light and give this room a bit of atmosphere with that trans red colour. You see, again, the floor is generally nice and tiled with these pieces to create a little bit of detail going up. And then a little control panel here with the Inquisitor's lightsaber and just some buttons to do something. And then Obi-Wan's hanging out in here. I know this is technically the wrong outfit, but as I said, it's just what's included in the set. But yeah, I'm quite happy with how this looks, besides the gaps. But I tried my best, honestly. And this is what the bottom level looks like. You can see here, this is meant to be like the Inquisitor's, I guess, meeting room, conference room. It's seen quite a lot throughout the show. So I've just built a table quite simply here together. Out of just some grey pieces. I try to use those corner edges to make it look interesting. I've used a couple of the stickers back here to kind of create a doorway with some of the very limited light bluish grey around it, just to give it a little bit of shaping, as well as a little bit more detail up here. Those red pieces probably shouldn't be seen, but limited parts, you know what I mean. I've taken the 2 chairs in the set and given seats for Reva and the 5th brother. And then you can see behind them, I've got the control panel stickers, which are just stuck around the sides to make the room look a little bit more interesting and hide all the gaps in the back down here. But yeah, overall, I'm quite happy with this room. It's generally nice and tiled off on the floor, and yeah, looks good, to me at least. So those are the 2 levels together when you put them on top of each other. Yeah, not too bad. And there you have it, my alternative build for the Inquisitor Transport Scythe. Now, when I've done different alternative build videos before, a lot of people have asked me about doing instructions for them. For this case, I would do them, except I don't think anyone would want to build this, because me building this top section alone has taken me genuinely maybe 50 attempts to get it to stay like this. Because these things are not well placed and they break apart. Look, when I look over at it and I blink at it, the wind created from me blinking will knock it over. That's how bad it is. Like, literally, watch me just like tap it a bit. Of course it works now, but I promise you, you don't want to build this because the top of it doesn't work. Like, if I flip this around to show you the inside, I can show you how it's connected. So like that central bit there has got a strut supporting there, a strut supporting there, and a strut supporting the inside. You can see that bit is not connected at all, except for that mixel joint, as I said before, down there. And getting that wedged in between there is not an easy game. So I will not be creating instructions for this. This was just a fun video to see if you can create Fortress Inquisitorious out of the transport, and I think I've generally achieved that. But if you think you can do a better job, give it a go and let me know what you got. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, like the video, that's what the like button's there for. Comment if you could have thought of a better way to cover these gaps, or if you like this type of video, and subscribe so you do not miss the next video I upload on the channel. Thank you so much for watching, I really do appreciate it, and goodbye. Come on, like, I literally swear this was falling apart every 3 seconds before. Of course, now when I actually need it to break, there we go. Now let's just take it down now. Let's just, yep, let's like pull off this bit, yeah. Let's like, yeah, there we go. See, so this is what I meant about how it falls apart really easily. But yeah, I'm just gonna build the Scythe again, because let's be honest, the Scythe is a much better set than this. So yeah, I'm gonna go do that. All right, see you later. Bye.